Good morning, welcome to Morning View. This is Kim speaking on Monday, the 5th of June. So looking at the euro dollar first, and well, yesterday, it seems like yesterday, Friday's shortfall in terms of wage inflation. And the jobs report there left the euro up quite high there, although it's since pulled back a little bit. It's got some potential to pull back a little bit more, maybe this morning. Got a weekly pivot untouched below us there at 112.25, which is certainly a potential target. And of course, there's the daily pivot still at 12.57, so or 56, 57 sort of areas. So both have got potential to be hit this morning. Well, today, should I say? Although obviously the daily pivot's close, and it's the higher probability there. It depends how it rolls over. And looking at why it may roll over, there is a bit of divergence on these hourlies, on the dailies, on the daily time frames. A bit of divergence in that move. Although you would, well, potentially argue there's some momentum, still strong momentum, but it's flattened out on the momentum front. With this more sort of consolidated, it looks like it's still pushing up, but certainly there's divergence across a couple of indicators here. And the momentum from a daily perspective is rather flat. Okay, so the potential for the downside, if it does start rallying, well, next sort of target towards the upside, if it was to get some sort of steam on, would be that weekly R1 area at 13.49. I'll go through more detail on that on our weekly video later. Okay, let's have a look at the pound. So pound, it's consolidated and choppy, which I would expect it to continue being through to the election. Details are known on Thursday. You can see on this Friday we've got this sort of wedge pattern that's certainly there, solid wedge pattern that may get some fake outs of that. It may not be necessarily a systematic fake out, but it just may break down to prior lows here. So you could easily draw the lines on that 4 hourly. But as I say, it may just roll down, find some support on the previous lows there, move back within that wedge pattern. Difficult one to see which way it's really going to go, and I think it may just chop until sort of Thursday time. Of course, there is some key news this morning at 9:30. We've got the services PMI out, which may affect the pound. In which case I would expect any reaction to that I'm just looking at what's actually happened here. It did gap down a little bit on Friday, and it hasn't completely filled that gap. So there is on Sunday evening. So there is a bit of a minor gap up to the top there, but it's very little, and in fact it sort of filled the not the closed gap, but it closed the bar there. So perhaps that may not just get filled for now, but overall, to me, I think the outlook remains quite choppy. I mean, any comments? We've already seen more polls showing that the distance between the two leading parties is reducing further. We heard the atrocity on Saturday evening, stroke Sunday, which has caused it to, as I say, reduce even further. So, or cause further upset with it, should I say? Sorry. Okay, so where we're sitting at the moment, as I said, choppy, with a choppy outlook there. Easy one. Then the dollar yen, well, it's come down, found a bit of support into the daily 200 at this point. It's looking like it's finding a bit of support off that again. Solid move down on Friday again. The jobs data really upset the markets here and put a bit of strength back into yen. Whether we'll see this push back up, we'll have to wait and see, but it certainly at the moment looks like it's found some sort of support where it's sitting at least. Just come back to that daily, see if I'm missing anything there. There's well, no, it's not made any new lows or anything like that. Difficult one really to see, but certainly we've got a couple of targets, or a significant target above us at the moment. We have got the daily pivot sitting above us, so that could be a reasonable draw for today at least. And from what it does to that, if it breaks through, runs into 34.50, may get some resistance with these downward sloping moving average, may get a bit of reaction off those. If it continues pushing up, well, it looks like that monthly pivot may yet still get hit at some point. Okay, Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar's seen a bit of a move up. Bit of a funny old candle on Friday. It held up on Friday and it's pushing through at the moment. It's helped by some oil prices. There's some disagreement going on, I think is the easiest way to put it, between Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, Egypt, and Qatar. So, sorry, against. Yep, Qatar. So I was just checking who it was. It was. So a bit of a disagreement, kicking oil up at the moment, and this may be helping the Aussie dollar. It's already pushed through some key levels. It was air kissed daily pivots through the weekly pivot already up to its daily L1. Probably done a decent bit of range for the Aussie through its own session. There may still get some movement, but it's difficult to see where it's at. I mean, it could just push them to these prior highs from last week at this rate. Just come out a little bit to see if it's obvious. Weekly R1's a bit further, so it just does keep on pushing up. That's the likely area. Just run across to oil at the moment. You see where it's had a bit of a dash up. It's hardly significant actually. I was just reading in the news about the push up. Well, it's up a little bit. It's up, not up a major amount. Let's come back to the Canadian dollar then and push through here. And well, the Canadian dollar's seeing again a bit of effect from Friday's week US data, weakish. A little bit of a rollover at the moment going on there and continuing through this morning. Still got that weekly pivot above us to go. We're still haven't broken the higher lows, higher high pattern that was sort of sitting through there. So maybe we'll see a reversal at some point, but this morning it has also, let's just check weekly pivot there, daily pivot above untouched. So yeah, it's got the potential for it to push up back towards that daily pivot at some point. Although it is a bit bitty, the rhetoric that's going on in the Middle East there may push oil up higher and the Canadian dollar down a little bit more. Okay, that's pretty much it from that point of view. One other bit of news coming out this afternoon, apart from this morning, we've done the UK Services PMI at 9:30 at 3 p.m. UK time. We've got the ISM non-services, non-manufacturing, which is effectively as the services data coming out for the US at 3 p.m. So, and a bit more volatility may be expected from that. Okay, that's pretty much it now. That's the news out. That's the analysis. Have a great day. Bye for now.